Ian, it's a break from league action as we travel to Cove on Saturday. Last weekend's performance and result against Ayr shows that we've the ability to put in a performance on match day.
Yeah, it was a good result, good performance as well. Felt we deserved it over the 90 minutes, and we made it a wee bit hairy scary for ourselves towards the end, but that's football, and delighted with the 3 points and the performance to go hand in hand with it. So yeah, good afternoon's work for us. Yeah.
And of course, as holders of the Trust Trophy, we'll know to expect a tough challenge from Cove. You'll be looking to the squad to impose themselves more on the game than maybe we did on our last visit to Cove.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how we handle it. It's obviously a different situation, a completely different set of circumstances and a different competition, but we go into every game to try and win them. We know it'll be a really hard game. They've added to their squad, as have we, since the opening day of the season. Opening day of the season was disappointing for us scoreline wise and disappointing in the second 45 minutes, so we know it's tough, we know what they're capable of, we know they have some really good players, very good manager and staff around them, so tough afternoon.
Yeah, and there's several players in our squad that will take encouragement from the performances last weekend, none more so than goal scorers Kyle Connell with his assist as well, and Scott Brown.
Yeah, it's Sam getting a goal as well, 2 goals from our effectively on Saturday. Our 2 sitting midfielders come up with goals, and that's what we ask them to do, try and impose themselves in the game, and for Kyle to play up there on his own against 2 really experienced centre halves and play so well, and as you say, not just score his goal, which was an excellent finish, but his attitude towards the game, his work rate, which never gave the 2 centre halves a minute's rest, and his great bit of skill for the third goal. If that had been in the top league, people would be raving about it. It's got missed a little bit in the stuff over the weekend just because it was in the Championship.
Yeah, exactly. As ever, it's always great seeing the updates from players that are rehabbing from injury. Tom Lang, the wee video that went out the other day, yesterday. What's the update on Tom and all the other recovering players?
Obviously Jamie Gullins missed Saturday against Ayr. Yeah, he actually pulled up in training 24 hours before. We were a wee bit annoyed at myself for letting him train, but he was so hungry to get out back in the park, so we have to be careful with him, so we'll probably give him a rest this weekend. On the other guys, Thomas is making, as I said, excellent progress, and he's a very serious injury that he's had, but I think with the video going out, people have seen where he is. He's still going to take some time, but it's a lot better than we all thought it was going to be at this stage. Ross Matthews, we're very, very hopeful that he'll make our squad for Saturday's game. We just have to wait until tomorrow morning to see how he's reacted to this morning's training. Louis Vaughan, again, very, very hopeful that we'll see him back on the training pitch anyway in the next 2 to 3 weeks, which should be a huge boost for Lewis, because he's had a terrible time and a hard time, but also a huge boost to the supporters and the squad as well. And out with that, I think we're okay.
Sam Stanton went off with a wee knock on Saturday.
Yeah, Sam went off with a wee knock, so we'll see how he goes tomorrow as well. And it's one of those ones where if there's any doubt over anyone, they won't be with us. It's as simple as that. We'll leave them out because as much as we want to win the game, we have to also have one eye on the league campaign.
Exactly, and also Brad Spencer is training, so there's a little bit of a fallback there.
Yeah, exactly, and that's the beauty of having the squad. And it's taken us a long time to get to where we are, and we've still got a wee bit to go. But now when we look around for changes within the game, or people to step in for injury, we're now suddenly look like a deeper squad with a bit more quality around it, and that's no disrespect to players that have been in the squad or left the club, but we are now beginning to sort things out a little bit. It just takes time, a little bit of patience. So to have Brad back now, he's been training probably 3 to 4 weeks fully, so it's a good opportunity to give Brad some game time. Yeah,
and finally, in cup matches like this, there's sometimes a bit of a clamour to play the so-called kids or play the fringe players, but you've got to balance that with a desire to progress and hopefully retain this trophy.
That's it, yeah, you go into every game to try and win it. Whatever team we pick on Saturday, it's to win the game. It's not to give guys a game time for the sake of it. There is players that we'd like to rest because they have played a lot of football. If we think back to the opening pre-season game at Dunbar to where we are now, there's guys that have already played this season, probably around not far off 15 to 20 games. It's a lot. So we'll try and rest guys that we think we can rest, or areas of the park that we think we can rest, but we also have to be mindful that you have to earn your right to play in the team. But an opportunity for some to come in on Saturday and prove themselves to us in terms of can they fit into our sort of way we play, can they fit into the players around about them, and it's also a chance for them to stake a claim for next Saturday.
Good, well, we're looking forward to the cup game. Hope you are too, and good luck.
Absolutely, thank you. Cheers.